Everyone talks about house prices going up, but that doesn't really tell you what's actually happening inside the market. So instead of averages, I analysed millions of UK property transactions from the year 2000 to 2025 and visualised the entire shape of the market. In this video, I'll show you where homes actually sit in terms of price, how that changes over time, and why the idea of an average house price is a bit misleading. So let's start with the raw data. What you're looking at here is every transaction plotted by year and price. Each dot is a property sale, and straight away you can see something important. The market is not a line, it's more like a cloud. In the early 2000s, most of the activity is clustered very low, under £200,000. But as we move through time, that entire cloud lifts upward. Not just the top, but the whole distribution shifts. And you can notice this, there are always expensive outliers, even back in the year 2000. But the difference is, those used to be rare, but now they're common. And that's a huge structural change. Now this is the same data, but smoothed out. Think of this like a weather map. The darker areas show where the most transactions are happening. And this is where the story becomes more clear. You can see a dense band forming over time. In the early 2000s, it sits around 100,000k. By the 2010s, it's closer to 200 to 300k. And recently, it's pushing towards 300 to 400k. It's not a one-time boom. It's a slow, continuous upward movement. That's why people feel like prices just keep creeping up, because they literally do. You can also see smaller clusters forming above the main one. These are the higher end segments, so instead of one market, we actually have layered markets. There's an entry level, a mid-market and a premium. Now if we break this down even further, this chart splits the market into price bands and shows how each one evolves over time. The under 100k band starts strong in the early 2000s, but then it fades away almost completely. That part of the market basically disappears. The 100 to 300k range becomes dominant for a long time, but even that starts shifting upwards. What used to be average is no longer enough. The higher bands, the 500k and above, grow steadily, not explosively but consistently, meaning more people are buying at those levels. So when you combine all three views, the dot plot shows the raw speed, the contour shows where the mass is, and the horizon shows how segments evolve. One graph shows the raw speed, the other shows where the mass is, and the horizon graph shows how the segments actually evolve. This helps you get a much clearer picture. The UK housing market hasn't just gone up, it has shifted upward entirely, and that's why affordability feels so different today. Next time you hear average house prices, remember that this is just one number. The real story is in the shape of the market, and that shape has changed dramatically. If you found this interesting, I'll be doing more breakdowns like this, including which regions are driving growth and how different property types behave. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one.